Hi, I'm Pastor Stephen, and today we are at New Hope for Families, and I'm so excited to spend some time with the director, Therese Gruba, and we're gonna just ask her some questions and to find out more about their incredible ministry here in Duluth, Minnesota. So I know you're gonna be blessed as you listen to this and kind of get a feel for some of the things that they're doing in our community. And so we've already even prayed, and so be blessed. Therese, it's so great to be with you today and to see a little bit about what you guys are doing in our community. First of all, thank you. I mean, it is so needed, and I'm sure people watching this will find out how needed this ministry really is within our community. Well, we're in this incredible building. I love the space. Tell us a little bit about the history of this building.
All right. Well, it's 100 years old this year, and it started out as a Catholic church and a school, and that ran until 1983. And then in 1983, their population was so low, they decided to close the doors, and they sold the building, everything, the rectory. There's a 7-bedroom rectory attached to every floor. So they sold the building for just $1 to the Benedictine sisters up at St. Scholastica. St. Mary's stored records on this floor. This is the top floor, the sanctuary, and then ran a child care center on the main level until June of 2018. We were looking for a home for a family that he'd been a pastor for 13 years. They heard me speak about the great need that we have for more foster families in St. Louis County. The need just kept expanding, and I just kept thinking, where are these kids going that are being orphaned? And I started talking in the community, meeting social workers, making appointments with people, just saying, how can we help? What can we do? And one thing led to another, and we met the 2 Benedictine sisters who were still living in the home.
Okay.
They heard about our vision to create a foster care community and our need for a home. And when we saw it, at first I just thought, oh, I don't know. It's a lot. It was a lot more than a house. It was a house, but it was attached to this big old building that was kind of crumbly. We've done a lot of repurposing, but there's a mural on the wall down in the lower level. I saw it when we toured that day, and it's a picture of our vision. It shows the sun coming through the bell tower of this building, and there's stick figure families holding hands alongside the building, and then the light is shining through them, through the building, and out into the community. We're not here to send these kids away. We want to pour Jesus Christ and the light of Christ, bring Christ into this, and change this community and have an impact with Jesus Christ on the community. And at the bottom of that mural, it's the words of Jesus, let the children come to me. And it was, like, oh, okay, you're going to do this. We say yes, it's yours. And so he has every step of the way. Everything that you see when you come here is from him. Everything, every piece of furniture, every person, everyone that's involved, the Lord has brought.
Most people probably don't have an understanding and awareness of the need in our community when it comes to adoption and orphans, and maybe just give us an overview of what's happening in our community.
Well, I can give you a really good example in my own home right now. For the last 3 weeks, we've had 3 that have come out of a very traumatic situation. They had to be removed because of meth history that's gone on since 2011 in their lives, these kids. And that story is repeated almost daily. Every night in St. Louis County, there are over 600 children needing somewhere to sleep outside of their own home because there's a trauma. They've been removed from their home and on any given night. So that's how big the need is. And we don't have enough homes. Now the children in our home, we got a call on a Saturday morning, and the kids were with us that afternoon. And it was a social worker saying, we don't have anywhere to bring them. They're sitting in my office. Would you please be able to take them? And fortunately, my husband and I were in a position where we could say yes, but that happens all the time.
For somebody that maybe want to consider becoming a foster care parent, how difficult is that process?
Well,
or easy?
You know, with COVID, everything went online. And so it's very doable now. You can do it now from the comfort of your own home. And on our website, newhopeforfamilies.com, you can find the beginning background study. And you just basically need to be 18, and you need to have somewhere for a child to sleep, and your home gets inspected. The fire marshal comes and inspects your home and makes sure that it's safe. And that's probably about a 90-day process, maybe 60 days, if you're real good at getting those courses done. And they're good trainings. Trainings on things like SIDS, traumatic brain injury, trauma-related behaviors. That's real big right now. Kids are dealing with a lot of different traumas as they come into this foster care system.
Sure.
And it's another thing that New Hope for Families does is we provide trainings now from other foster families, veterans, who can help other families know this is what you can expect.
So just tell us again some of the things that you're doing within New Hope Ministries.
Right. Well, like I said earlier, we were not looking for a community center, but God knew that we needed one to build this community of foster families. And so we host moms' play dates once a month. We also host trainings and family fellowships quarterly, where we have a potluck dinner and trainings. And then we fellowship, and the kids are creating a community. They get together. We host foster family date nights here. Small church groups are providing that service for us, and we also have a kids closet. When any of our foster families get a new placement or even know of someone who has a need for a car seat, diapers, clothing, shoes, jackets, hats, mittens, blankets, we have them all here. So it's been fun to repurpose the different spaces.
Right.
We also have a visitation site on our gymnasium level, and that is where families who are working to be reunited with mom and dad. We have a 7-bedroom home. They staff it with a licensed foster care couple, and that couple lives there 24/7, and they're licensed for 6 to 8 children. Those beds are ready 24/7, 365 days out of the year. And so we have built an SOS support group around them with volunteers. It's a difficult role because it's always a different trauma.
Right.
The children are only in there under 30 days. And then there's different cases coming in all the time, as you can imagine. It's worked beautifully. The kids do really, really well.
We're so excited to have you guys as part of our ministry partners at Salem Covenant Church, and again, just to come alongside of you and to hear what you guys are doing. And so as part of this interview, share with us maybe your vision for this ministry.
The vision is that there are more foster homes than there are children that need them. That we have foster families that are waiting for kids. And that we introduce anyone we have the opportunity to care for to Jesus Christ. And as we bring him into the picture, He does the healing work.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Other than financial support, how can Salem or anybody watching this support you?
Oh, there's so many ways. If you have small groups in your fellowship, those small groups can sponsor a foster family. And that means basically you're matched with a foster family and you can provide grocery helping, grocery getting, childcare assistance. In order to do that, you just need a simple volunteer background study and get that done. And then you can help with childcare. That's huge. Giving them a date night. Having if you have a heart for these children and you want to take it on part-time, if you don't feel like you have the capacity to do this full-time, we have a great need for respite care providers. And what that looks like is you go through the same licensing process as you would for fostering, but you state, I am going to be a respite care provider for full-time foster families because we need a break.
Right, right.
And that's one of the main things that happens to fostering families is there's a high burnout rate. But we want to stop that by coming alongside these families. So physically, helping them with car repairs, carpentry. Our vision also includes fully supporting these fostering families as though they're missionaries. And they are. These are local missionaries, and the mission field are these children. And they don't have a house payment because that's fully made, or they don't have utilities to cover because we've been able to do that.
That's great. So if we have somebody that wants to help, what's the best way to get in contact with you?
On our website, it's newhopeforfamilies.com. Fill out that form and leave a little note that says who you are. You list your email and what your interest is. And often on our website, we'll put specific things that we need for our kids' closet. We fully support our foster families. If they get a new placement and the kids come with nothing, we can come to the kids' closet and fully outfit them for those weeks that we might have them. And so you can find out about different needs that we might have, size diapers that we're running low on, things like that.
Yeah, thank you.
Gosh, for anyone who's interested in fostering, I just really want to stress that God is in it. He so loves these kids, and they're just falling through the cracks right and left, and he is so present that he'll give you the wisdom that you need when you need it. And it's hard because they're naughty, and they do things that are unexpected. It's so outside of the box of my normal, but it is so rewarding. And it's such a picture of his work with us. How many times do I have to tell you? And so I just think it's the biggest blessing to be in the right place with God, So.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For sharing. Well, again, thank you so much for your faithfulness and having us today. And please reach out to Salem if you have any needs and if we can support you guys. We really want to do that. And but just so blessed to see what God's doing here. Keep up the great work.